So you have a naturalization interview coming up in a month. How do you prepare? Is it going to be hard? What can you expect? Fortunately for you, I'm that immigration guy, and I'll answer those questions and a lot more. Welcome to my channel. I'm Brent Newcomb. If you're new here, I'm that immigration guy, an attorney focusing solely in immigration law for almost 20 years, and I've been to my share of citizenship interviews. I do want you to remember that I'm not giving you any specific legal advice about your case. Every case is unique and has its own challenges and legal issues. This is an informative video. For advice in your particular situation, please seek help from a qualified and experienced immigration attorney, such as me, that immigration guy. Well, you filed your N-400 a few months ago. You've done your fingerprinting, your biometrics, and now you've been waiting. But in the mail comes a letter on Form I-797C Notice of Action. You read it and know that there's an interview. On the screen, you'll find a sample letter notifying you of the interview. On the far middle right will be the address, the date, and the time of interview. Note, in most facilities, waiting room space is limited, so it is not usually advised to get there too early. 30 minutes before the interview time is scheduled is advised. Also remember, many of the big cities have weather, traffic, and other things that can make your commute to the interview delayed, so plan ahead and get there early. Just grab a coffee or a bite to eat before you head into the building. On the notice of action, you will also see that if you cannot make the interview, the USCIS wants you to send a copy of the notice and detailed reasons for why you need a postponement to the address where the interview will be conducted. I always advise my clients not to try to reschedule because it can result in months and months of delay, depending upon how busy the immigration office is at that time. But before you head out the door to the dreaded interview, there are some things that you need to prepare first. The notice has some of those listed. I can recommend a few more. You must always bring the appointment letter, your actual green card, any evidence of selective service registration if you're male, your current passport and all documents such as passport, visa, entry card, stamp from when you entered the country, your birth certificate, any current marriage certificate, all divorce or death certificates from previous marriages, your children's birth certificates, your spouse's birth or naturalization certificate, any military documents that you've ever had issued, including discharge certificates. This is not a complete list, but I want to stop here for a moment and mention some very important things. First, you must bring the original of all documents. The original. I'm repeating myself again. The original of all documents. Failure to do so will result in, at best, a delay in your case while you go home and get them, or at worst, a denial. Second, you must bring in another copy of every document you have. Yes, I repeat, a copy. Every document must have an original and a copy, even if you've sent these documents 100 times already. Bring these with you. The biggest mistake my clients make is not following this advice. It causes delays, unhappiness, and a bigger bill as I have to do additional work. Third, every document that is not in English must be accompanied by a separate certificate or certified translation. Yes, you must have the document and a translation. Get a professional translator with experience and competence to certify the translation for every foreign document not in English. And of course, bring an extra copy along. Back to the list. Other documents you should bring are a valid driver's license, certified disposition for every single arrest you've had in the U.S., no matter how petty. I'll do a separate video about the certified disposition, but just know you need it. all financial information for the last 5 years or since you obtained your green card. This includes tax forms for every year, all W-2s or 1099s, employment letter, your most recent pay stubs, proof of self-employment. I would also recommend getting your tax transcripts from the IRS for those same years. They're free and they can be ordered online or by phone. I will put a link below. If your green card was based on marriage to a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident, you'll need to bring in a large collection of documents about your marriage, showing that you were legally married, like your wedding photos, bills, bank statements, leases, tons of other documents. And I'll do a separate video on this in the future. Finally, you should bring any documents that may be pertinent to your case. Because every case is different, I cannot make a full list here. I would always suggest taking an attorney, such as me, to your interview, as well as reviewing your documents before you go. Now it is the day of the interview. What next? Typically, you'll have to go through very secure screening before you even enter the building. This is harder than getting through most airports, so know it is frustrating and can take some time. Dress nicely, semi-formal or business-like. I prefer that my clients show up in a comfortable but respectable clothes, dark, neutral colors, conservative, like you're going to a fancy restaurant or to church on Sunday. Also, bring any family member that sponsored you for the green card. It happens on some occasions that the officer may want to speak with them as well. And one final note, please do not put all of your documents into individual plastic folders or separate flip folders. These are a nightmare. I know that many people are brought up in Europe, for example, putting every page in one of these, but know that they need to be taken out anyway at the interview, and trying to stuff them back when you're super nervous is not easy. I once had a lady bring in 300 or so pages of documents, every single page in one of those plastic doohickeys. The officer immediately made her take everything out. It took literally 15 minutes of awkward silence watching the spectacle unfold. Just bring everything in big, easy to find binders. Oh, and once you've gone through security, please use the bathroom before you check in. I tell every client this. Very few follow my advice. However, we sit and wait. Just about as the officer is about to call the name, they run to the bathroom. The officer calls the name, they aren't ready, so we get passed over and an hour or two delay occurs. You may think it's silly, but just go to the bathroom early and avoid this situation. You will then proceed to the check-in window and present your appointment letter. The clerk will ask whether you're waiting for your attorney or not. I always believe having an attorney is helpful, and I'll cover the reasons why in another video. But then, listen to the clerk as to where to sit. Then, wait for the officer. If you've prepared already, or if this list has been helpful, I want you to write the word "done" in the comment section. I would love to hear how many people this video has helped. If you have your own personal stories, feel free to share them below as well. As for the actual events of the interview and exam, I'll cover those in separate videos. This video specifically has been about how to prepare leading up to the interview. I do wish all of you all the luck in the world, but please remember, this video has been informative. I give my clients significantly more detailed look at how to prepare before going into the interview, including a prep on the exam and the full forms, and also unexpected situations or questions that might be thrown at them. If you have any issues in your case, please seek help from a professional such as me or my office. Well, in a nutshell, that's how to prepare for your citizenship exam, explained by me, that immigration guy. If you like this video, hit like below. Please subscribe. I'll be putting out regular content every few days. Share the video. Contact my office for your specific case. I'll be more than happy to help. And remember, that immigration guy for your future legal needs.